Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So I apologize for the angle, but this camera is just hurting my arm. So I can't hold it. So as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be our lounge room makeover. So we have basically lived out of home, I want to say for like 11 or 12, or I mean it could be even more or less, I'm not sure, years. And we have had the one TV and the one TV cabinet. So my husband has been wanting a bigger TV. At the moment, we do have a 65-inch plasma TV, very outdated, and a 2.4 meter, like a timber cabinet, a dark timber cabinet. Now, do I think it looks bad? Absolutely not. Do I hate it? Absolutely not. The reason that we are doing this is because in the Black Friday sales, my husband found this really good deal on a TV, and the TV will be basically the size of the TV cabinet. So I just don't feel like aesthetically it will balance and look good, if you know what I mean. So he purchased, well, I guess we purchased an 86-inch, I'm looking at it now, LG TV. It's called the Nano 75 LG Nano Cell TV. I will show you all of this so you can see exactly what I'm talking about as well. But because of that reason, I was like, well, with this new TV, I do feel like we need a new TV cabinet. So I have seen a lot on like Facebook groups, Pinterest, on the beautiful looking Besta units from IKEA that are just floating on the wall. And I really, really like that minimal, really sleek, nice look. Now, I have some concerns because I don't know if it's going to work in our lounge room. My fingers are definitely crossed, but I thought this is something that I will share with you, take you on the before and after journey, and tell you exactly my thoughts on the IKEA furniture, and if I think it is worth it or not, particularly because I'm not getting it because I don't like what we already have. I actually do really like it. So yeah, we have put together the Besta units, which I will show you. Actually, I'll show you now. Again, I apologize for the mess. So, turning this around, this is an overview of our lounge room. So, let me show you from this angle. As I said, it's an absolute mess. So, it's like a sunken lounge. This is the lounge, this is Bentley, this is Rocky, and this is what we are replacing. So this TV, as I said, is 65-inch, and then that's a 2.4 meter cabinet. So we're gonna go with this TV, which is 86-inch, and the Besta units, TV units. So we purchased this piece, and then two cabinets here. So we have, all up, it's 3 meters of cabinetry. I'm a little concerned because the doors aren't lining up perfectly, but there are like the hinges there which you can adjust, which I hope does work, because that will definitely bother me. So to be honest, putting them together, can I just say, was super easy and so quick. So if you are like not really into building furniture, do not be scared. Do not feel like it's gonna be hard or take hours, because honestly, it took probably less than half an hour to do all 3 of the cabinets. So I really like it. The quality of the cabinet seems to be quite sturdy. It's just the doors that aren't like lining up at this stage, but we haven't put a lot of effort into like trying to line them up yet. So as I said, they will be on the wall. This will be a different TV, and my fingers are crossed that it does work. I do feel like we will need to change the coffee table because the clashing, I feel like it clashes. It's too like dark and white. So I know that that will take a bit of getting used to. But yeah, the coffee table, I already said to my husband, I'm pretty sure we will need to replace that. And that was, you know, an original piece of furniture as well. So it is quite old. But yeah, definitely next time I check back in with you, I am sure will be an update with a completely different lounge room. So fingers crossed, it looks good. Okay guys, I just wanted to check in before we get to the stage of like showing you the cabinets done. So I want to show you, yes, IKEA does provide a system where you can mount the Besta units. They have like all the brackets and stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to like set up my tripod just to show you properly. So we actually have, let me show you, in our hallway, my house is a mess, I'm so sorry. So in our hallway we do have this picture hanging, and we used this system where it's called J-bar, so it actually does sit quite flush. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is quite flush against the wall. So we will be using that to do the cabinets. So if you live in Australia, we just got it from Bunnings. So it is called, I mean, technically it's called J-bar apparently, but on the tag, if you want to use the same thing, so we have 3 meters, the cabinets are 3 meters, but I assume we will be cutting it down like a little bit. So it's called the aluminium gutter mold. This is 23.8 by 12 times 1.5 mil by 3 meters, and it's called Metal Mate. This was about $24 for the 3 meter length, and we do have 2 lengths. So basically what it does, if I can try show you, this is really hard to show you. So it basically, how does it clip in? It's hard because it's 3 meters. So you basically like, I don't know, it clips in like that. So you obviously have it one side secured to the cabinet and one side secured to the wall, and then it just like clips in like that basically, and then just hangs off each other. So I like this idea because, you know, it's just the one length. You don't have to worry about where exactly the studs are with those brackets that IKEA has. You do have to obviously have studs in certain places and all of that, where this, when you're playing with 3 meters or whatever the amount that you have, you can actually put it into the studs where the studs are, like, if that makes sense. I don't feel like it does. And then so we'll go into the studs, and then we also have a few of these ones which will go not into the studs. So there'll be about 8 of these, and however many studs there are along the 3 meters, we will have that. So yeah, this is what we are using. J-bar from Bunnings, or, you know, wherever you shop, hardware store, whatever hardware store you shop. But yeah, just to let you know, it will not be the IKEA mounting system that we are using. Hey guys, so it's the next day. My dog is sleeping somewhere here, so the snoring, I apologize as always. So as you can see on in the background, little bit of progress. Now, as I said in the last clip, we were using the J-bar to attach to the wall and then basically hang the cabinets off there. Now, to be very honest with you, I feel like maybe the IKEA suspension rails are maybe better to use than this technique. We were told that, and I do agree that this way probably holds more weight. I can't understand how the IKEA suspension rails hold a lot of weight, but this has been like a little bit of a nightmare. I don't know why. We have a picture hung the same way, and it was quite simple. You literally screw a rail into the back of the picture and then a rail onto the wall and then you clip it together, but this has been just totally different. Also with this, it doesn't sit fully flush with the wall, which I feel like is a good and bad thing. One, it's obviously not flush, so it doesn't look as seamless. It doesn't look bad, I will show you. But I guess a positive that will come from that is the airflow. I've seen a few people mention that they have to keep their cupboard doors open because their things overheat inside. So I'll show you. It's a little bit, I mean, it's a lot of a mess at the moment. So this is the back of the cabinet. See, we need to get another rail. We had it up here, and then basically when we attached the other side of the rail, you could see it sticking up a bit. We moved it down, but there's just not enough support, so we need to get a piece that goes across the whole cupboard. So otherwise there's too much flex, which I will show you. And then basically, so this is just on the wall. Now to show you, so we have two pieces. These doors are not done properly yet, so don't let that scare you. The single piece and then another two piece. So it should sit like this piece. So at the moment, yes, they're not even because there's not enough support on the back of this one yet. The rail finishes here. So all of that is unsupported. So it will sit flush like that. So just to show you, this is how much it will sit out of the wall, which like it honestly doesn't faze me. I thought it would, but yeah, what a mess. There are so many holes and everything. This is definitely a bigger job than I thought. We do have these speakers as well, which will need to be like moved across because the TV is bigger. And yeah, TV over here, just in case you haven't seen it, is the 86-inch LG 75 nano cell. But that is where we are up to at the moment. So yeah, this one is what it's going to look like. Just showing you the overview. So again, the total will be 3 meters. It looks like a mess at the moment, but it will definitely get better. And just to show you the height, so it's actually pretty low. I was honestly thinking that it needed to be 20 centimeters off the ground. This is, I think, 14 when I measured it last night. So nowhere near where I thought I wanted it, and I absolutely love this. So we have high skirting boards. They are super dusty at the moment. But as you can see, it's literally like a centimeter off the skirting boards. But yeah, that's all I wanted. I didn't want like this really high cabinet and high TV. I do prefer lower. So yeah, I think so far the vision, I was definitely scared at some points because I just felt like the vision wasn't coming to life. But I can see that it definitely should come to life. It's interesting because it's only a little bit narrower than our old cabinet, which is here, just there. But the amount of space that I feel like is now in this area, it feels huge. It honestly does. I don't know if it's because it's white, it's like thinner by a tiny bit, or if it's because it's off the ground. It just feels so much more spacious. But yeah, I feel like this is definitely a good way to do it if you know what you're doing. We have had help doing this, and it was still, it's not hard, but things just kept on going wrong in a way. So good way to do it if you want weight. But the IKEA suspension rail system is probably better and works out to be a little bit cheaper, not by much, but definitely a little bit cheaper and maybe easier to install if you don't know what you're doing. but I just don't know how much weight can go on the IKEA rails, because essentially they're just attaching to that like really thin piece like at the back. So yeah, I don't understand that, but I will probably check in with you next. Maybe, I don't know, you'll see in the next clip. Hey guys, so we are back again with another update. I swear this has been going on for days. I can't remember what my last update was because it's been a couple of days. So with the mounting of the cabinets, sorry, my mind is just not working today. So I think last time I told you we were gonna get the brackets. I don't know if I showed you. So we now have the brackets on. We are so close to finishing this project, guys, because this lounge room is a mess. All the holes are patched. My husband's just painted, so it is drying. But yeah, TV, all the wires coming out here, so no idea what any of this is. This is a Philips Hue light, which will go, I think, above the TV. And these wires sticking out, they are for our speakers. We have a Bose home theater. So this is what they look like. To be honest, the mounting of the brackets was actually quite straightforward and quite easy. It was a little time consuming, but it wasn't like hard. You definitely don't need to get someone to do it for you if you have a drill, if you have a stud finder. Like, I honestly feel like if we did it, you could too. So we are basically at the point where we're waiting for the paint to dry. The TV, which is over there, this lounge room, honestly, it's a lot. TV will go on, all of the wires will be connected and hidden, and then we can finally just enjoy this lounge room renovation. I think I need to get a new coffee table because this is the old one and I just think it doesn't work with the white. I was trialing just this little table for color and I kind of don't mind it. Like when you look that with the white, it kind of looks nice, but then because all of our timber up there is a little bit reddish, I don't know, I'm struggling to find something that does work, but that is where we are up to. So definitely, fingers crossed, the next check-in is me showing you it done, it's styled, and us just living and enjoying. So can you believe we have finally completed the IKEA Besta saga of hanging, installing, building, everything. So I am so excited to show you. So as you can see by all the previous clips, we started off strong with the building. Hanging, we definitely went down the wrong path of trying something different to the IKEA hanging rails, which I 100% was so stressful. I do not recommend trying anything else. The IKEA suspension rails ended up being amazing. They worked so well for us and they just worked so seamlessly with the Besta units. So we've done it. It is what I expected, but it's just getting everything in our room to work with it. So as you can see by the previous clips, we did have darker furniture. My final step to finishing this room is a new coffee table, but I'm just not there yet. But I thought I would definitely still show you, still talk you through everything. And I hope this helps, and I hope if you are doing this same project that this does help as well. So what you're all waiting for, the finished product. So this is what it looks like. My lounge room is still a mess. So as you can see, we have, let me just set this camera. Okay, so as you can see, we have the 5 different cabinets. So it's actually a 2-piece, a 1-piece, and a 2-piece. So, I mean, if you do look close enough, you can see that the gaps, this one in particular, is a little bit bigger. We did screw them together, but it just didn't really make a difference. So this is the final product, which looks really good, really clean and sleek in my opinion. And for reference, just in case you are interested, this is an 86-inch TV as well. So I think the proportions work super well with it. I wanted the bigger cabinet purely because I thought the proportions of the old one weren't going to work, which it just wouldn't. So I'm so glad we did it. So the close up, our wall is super bowed. So some spots you will see it is very flush and other spots it's not. And this is what the joins look like. So there is a join here, which, I mean, from afar, it is so hard to see that there is joins. Here is a little bit bigger. And also at the back of the wall, see how like this gap is bigger than this gap? It's because of our walls, not because of the actual unit or the mounting rails. So that is what that looks like. Now also to show you inside, so we've done the cupboards. Let me just set you down like this. We've done the cupboards so they look like this and open like that. So we have basically obviously nothing and then just junk in that one. Then over here, sorry if this is bad filming. Oh, it opens that side. We have a PlayStation, which is not connected. I will be doing a separate video on the TV. Definitely watch that if you want to know why it's not connected. And then this box at the top is for our home theater system. And then this side is where it gets a little bit messy, to be honest. So we have the PlayStation games, which again, we don't need. And then down the bottom is just some of the wires. I can't believe how many wires we like actually have for this. And then that is a whole lot of everything. So also you might notice on this side, we actually took the backing off the unit. So you can see the suspension rails here instead of the backing. That is because we have so many cables in this. It was just impossible to get the cables behind the unit and like make it flush onto the wall, if that makes sense. So we have the cables basically going through the back, which you can kind of see here. I apologize for my dog as well. So all here down the back, which are against the wall quite tight, and then they all come into these two cupboards, into the, what are they called? Into the, like the power sources. And then because there was so many wires from our home theater to the sub, which is over here, we actually have a hole in the side that lets all the cables out there. But other than that, I mean, I do wish we cut the hole lower. We didn't even think about it. So if you're gonna do that, definitely think about where you're cutting the hole so it is lower. If it was below here, like you wouldn't see it, so that would be better. But other than that, super happy with it. The quality is really good. These books, honestly, they would weigh close to like 20 kilos, no exaggeration. And I was a little bit concerned, but it is holding it so well. There's no issues at all with those. But yeah, super happy with the look. It's just the coffee table needs to be replaced just because I feel like it clashes a little bit. It's like dark lounge, dark, and then white. So I don't know, let me know what you think, what color coffee table you think would work, or if you think maybe an ottoman, which would be like a different pattern, could also work, because I am thinking that as well. But yeah, really recommend the Besta system. If you, let me turn this around. If you have any questions, if you want to ask, you know, anything about it, my thoughts, definitely leave the questions in the comment section down below. I would be more than happy to answer them for you. I did try and find as much information about this, which is why I'm doing this video, to hopefully help you guys as well. But yeah, super happy, really good quality. I think it looks super nice and sleek. Also, a lot of questions about height off the floor actually. So this is ours. I think from memory it's about 15 centimeters off the ground. So I think that worked really well. But it all depends on what you prefer as well, because of course that does matter. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Thanks again. Bye.